This session is all about reflecting on your study habits. By the end of this session, you will know how to strategically reflect on your habits and know how to use reflection to change your habits for the better. Being aware of your habits is very important. Bad habits can hold you back from succeeding and achieving your very best. You may not even realise what you are doing, and so taking the time to reflect and analyse on your behaviour can help you identify better ways of approaching your studies. So, what exactly do we mean by reflection in this context? Well, reflection is asking yourself questions about your habits in order to critically analyse your behaviour. You should make objective judgments without being overly negative. It's important to recognise what you are doing well and what you should continue, as well as what may be holding you back. There are many benefits to reflection, one of which is that it promotes personal growth and development. It should increase your confidence and self-compassion as you give yourself credit for what you are doing well and make improvements on the things that you can do better. Another benefit is that it will help you to develop strategies for overcoming things that you may find difficult or barriers to your success, making you more resilient and self-motivated. Lastly, by regularly reflecting, you may see the benefits in your studies and ultimately in your grades and overall classification. Planning your time can be very beneficial. It's important to be realistic, because if what you have planned isn't achievable, then this can bring you down when you haven't managed everything that you set out to do. Equally important, though, is to try and challenge yourself with what you can achieve, as from this you can find a real sense of accomplishment. You need to look at everything that needs doing in order to be able to prioritise your tasks. However, be careful not to overwhelm yourself, so make sure just to focus on one thing at a time before moving on to the next task. Setting yourself goals can be very motivating and rewarding. However, it is important to not try and be perfect. Don't think about what you think you should be. For example, getting up at 6 a.m. every morning for a workout, before cooking a whole healthy breakfast, then doing an hour of work before starting your studies at 9 a.m. Instead, consider what is important to you, the times that you have felt good, and use these to set realistic and achievable goals. Most of us are aware that if we put off doing things or leave them to the last minute, then we will increase our anxiety. However, if you were to picture your anxiety as a thing inside you, it is actually strengthened by further anxious feelings. And so, an anxious mind will feed further anxiety, making it stronger. One of the ways that anxiety does this is by promoting avoidance. For example, let's imagine that you have an essay due. Your mind may tell you to put it off and instead to watch a TV programme to try and relax and do your essay tomorrow. If you listen to this anxious voice, then you may feel a short-lived sense of relief from your worried feelings, which trick you into thinking that watching TV instead of tackling your essay was the right thing to do. However, your worry will come back tomorrow with a vengeance, and it will be even stronger than before. If this avoidance becomes a long-term habit, it will decrease your self-confidence over time, and it could lead to mental health illnesses such as depression. For this reason, it is much better to push through the procrastination barrier, recognise when you're trying to avoid something, and start important tasks straight away. This isn't easy, but once it becomes a habit, it will become much easier and something that you just do. Reflection that is simply done in our heads is not the most effective. We can achieve the greatest clarity from our thoughts by recording them in some way. You can do this in whatever way works for you. You may like to use a diary format, you may prefer lists or diagrams, or you may prefer to record your thoughts in a voice or video recording. It is completely up to you. Just remember to be honest with yourself, be kind to yourself, and reflect on what matters to you alone. Good luck, and I hope this helps.